Welcome to another Tim Talk. I thank you all for coming and listening to these talks. I never quite knew if anybody would even want to hear them when I started this, but I'm excited about it because it's a way to continually educate about what Headwaters School is all about, and hopefully find ways to reach out to more people to help the planet. This one I want to talk about now. It's a powerfully important one. It's about Earth protection / becoming an Earth keeper. Now, I've talked a lot about in the past about becoming an Earth keeper, but I want to take it to the level of Earth protection. And what inspired this was I was in a meeting with a bunch of men the other night talking, and everybody's talking about the problems of the world. They're talking about the crazy Donald Trump, which we all agree, crazy, and all our crazy politicians and the corporations taking over the world and using everything up, and the lack of the people in the EPA taking away all the regulations that protect our water and our clean air, and the insanity of it. And you look around the world, and I stopped him and I said, none of that matters if we don't care for our Earth. We have a bigger problem, guys, looming in front of us. It's called the planet. There's 8 billion people almost on this planet now. Not too many years in the future, 10 and 12 billion. Population scientists have said that if we cared nothing for the Earth, 2 billion people could probably live on the Earth and not do irreparable damage to it. We're approaching 8. And as far as I can see, humanity as a whole could care nada, nothing, no interest in protecting the Earth. Most human beings come from a very self-serving, narcissistic place. A lot of it is just a pure survival place inside of us. We need to make money to live. We need to raise our families. We need to have food and water, a car to drive, this and that, protection, warmth, the basics of life. And by that time, when it's all done, we've raised our children, done our voting, blah, blah, blah. We have no time to do anything for the planet. So we forget. And we're on a ticking time bomb, folks. Approach it this way. We are Earthlings. We are Earthlings, children of the Earth. We have to own that. And we also have to own that being children of the Earth, we are the one animal that has this logical, highly intellectual brain. We have the ability to look into the past and learn from it, the ability to write, to sing songs, to make films, and we have the ability to look into the future and vision it, and so much more. We can feel what other things feel. Empathy, one of our gifts. We can feel. So we have a responsibility with our population, the genius that comes along with being human, and so much more, to become Earth caretakers and care for the Earth. But hey, we got to stop this squabbling that is non-effective. It is the time now for all human beings to step up into their earthling place, into their earthkeeper place, and find out how they can protect our planet while we human beings learn how to be Earthlings, how to be Earth caretakers before we screw it all up. Think of the whales. Think of the dolphins. Think of the bears. Think of the little animals. Think of the big animals. Every single being on this earth, their life right now, whether we like it or not, depends on what we do from this day forward. We like to say when we do the Sweat Lodge, we sing a song that honors the 7 directions. And we say the 7th direction is wherever you are at any moment in your life. That's the 7th direction. And at that moment, at any time, wherever you are in the 7th direction, you can change the world. You can choose to start your life in a way that changes the world. You can take an action that helps our planet to be healthy. Only thing stopping you is yourself. Laziness, a lack of belief that you can make a difference, a lack of caring. Often I hear people say, well, 95% of the planet could care less. Only 5% does anything. You know what? It's the 5% that created the national parks. It's the 5% that created the wild and scenic rivers, which as of today is a 50-year anniversary. It's the 5% that created the national oceans and the seashores. It's the 5% that decided to stop whaling and save the whales when they're coming back now. It's the 5% that created the Endangered Species Act. I could go on and on. I don't care if you're the last man or last woman standing. Do the right thing, and at least you can go to your maker, whoever that is, and know that you gave your best and that the world is better because you were here. After that, it's beyond us. It's something bigger. It goes to the mystery. It goes to God. It goes to the idea of something more, whatever that is. It goes to the actual intelligence of the earth itself to take care of herself. Now, if we don't do anything, global warming is going to set in, which it already is. Damage to our wildlife is going to continue, and the oceans are going to become more polluted, the waterways more polluted, onward and onward and onward. And at some point, the earth will just spit us off. We'll be back to our 2 billion acceptable level of human being. It'll spit us off. But this is our time, folks. I believe this is the human time. We've gone through thousands of years of history of making war and damaging the planet and learning and growing and creating science and coming up with good ideas and bad ideas and in all kinds of different ideas. We are ready to step into our power and to make ourselves earth keepers, earthlings, to dedicate our lives to the care of our precious planet Earth. There's no reason not to do it now. 5% needs to start, and then it'll catch, and it'll catch, and it'll catch, and hopefully it'll grow to a worldwide movement. A worldwide movement. And these new generations will take it up, is my dream. And I'm a dreamer. They'll take it up, and they'll make it the priority. And it will be the catalyst that brings humanity together around the world so we stop killing each other and doing bad things to our planet. We come together for the greater good, saving and caring and tending our planet. And in the end run, we will win because we'll get to live here in a good, healthy way, have children and let them grow up in a great world. It has to be done. This is the human time in human history when we can do it. So start right now with you, the one I'm looking at. Grab books. There's a zillion books on how to live in a way and do things that help our earth be healthy. Study. Get out in nature. Build your relationship with nature so you will love it so much and feel the essence of the living earth so much that you could not in your being tolerate the damage that's being done to it. That's where I'm at. I feel the pain of the earth. I feel it. It spurs me on to do everything I can so that when I go to bed at night, I feel good about living here and I feel good about myself. I struggle with the human race. I often tell people who work with me, because a lot of people say I'm really good with people. I say I love individuals. I love individual people. It's like I love individual bears and I love individual mountain lions and cows and horses and toads and frogs and insects. The human race, I struggle with. On any given day, you might ask me, what do I think of it? And I might say, survey says, not so good. On other days, I feel so happy and full of goodness. But I know it's individuals that make the difference. I look at we as human beings in the human race right now, I look at us, we're kind of like 5, 6, 7-year-old kids. We got enough power to do a lot of damage, but we still need guidance. We need to learn. We're growing into our adulthood. And a part of our adulthood, a huge part, is learning to care for the one home we have, the planet Earth. And we're in that place where we're learning. We don't know yet. But here's the good news, folks. And I believe this. Technology will be a part of the future for us in saving our planet, cleaning up a lot of the messes we've created, and bringing us back into equilibrium. We have the knowledge, the brains, the people to create what's needed to be created to change the world forever. We have the biggest hearts ever. If you look around the world, ignore the bad for a moment and look at all the animal rescues, all the wildlife parks and so forth, all the biologists and people saving and working with animals and plants and frogs and toads, etc. We have it in us. Every human being does. So we can do it. We are poised to do it. We have the ability to do it. And here's the other thing. Often when you tackle something difficult in life, there's a mystery on the other side. You just don't know how to do it. We know how. We actually have the answers. What will it take to get us up and do it? It starts with you. It starts with you in the seventh direction. So I invite you to find a way to dedicate your life to serving our planet and thus the human race and all living beings. It doesn't mean you can't do anything else in your life, but it has to be part of the baseline of who you are. So right now, get up and commit to it. Commit. There's a great, great, great power in commitment. It's been said that if you fully commit, no back doors, you fully commit to this thing, no back doors. There's a great belief, and I believe it strongly, that the unseen, mysterious world will get behind you and help you to go forward and succeed at what you're committed to. When the world around you knows you're committed to something, you're never alone. Help will come, and you will inspire others, and you can have fun doing it. It's great to build communities, cities, states, and countries, and the world together. So at the end of the day, it just comes down to the one thing. What are you going to do for your planet today? And if you don't do it, the Earth's going to handle it anyway. But we don't need to get to that place. So thanks for listening. I don't mean to be too lecturous, but I want to inspire you to do something. And every day do something. Every minute of every day. I believe so strongly in this. In future Tim Talks, I'm going to lay out some plans and ideas for what to do. And if you ever want to talk more about it, then let me know. Just get in touch through email or phone, and we'll chat about it, okay? We'll help inspire each other. So, ho!